It's the Date Master. We're back. I told you we had to come back, man, and we definitely have the level set. And I said I was gonna bring this content and get everything back in motion. So we're talking about mediocre mindsets, and like I said, for all my men that's trying to find their way, you trying to find your purpose, you trying to find a better calling. I can promise you, I can almost bet you've been feeling anxiety, you've been feeling, you know, motivated one day, then you may be down. You got this up and down. I understand what that's like. What that is, that's the tug of war between you and your mission and your past life, your past friends, your past associates. This is your turning point. You will have to make a tough decision on who to leave behind and who to move forward with. If you're in the midst of conversations and spaces where you feel a little disgust, you feel a little resentment, you feel a little, you know, it don't give you that confident and that exciting feeling that you're getting knowledge. That's an indication that you're in a space that no longer serves you any purpose. You're in a space or in a midst of mindsets that have mediocre motivation. They're not pushing to get to a point of excellence. They're looking just to live a okay life. They just want an okay life. They want to make sure they have that in-house pussy. They always chasing girls. These are three indicators of mediocre mindset. They celebrate mediocrity. They always have in-house pussy. It's always a woman attached to them, no matter what the situation. They're constantly swapping them out. They're constantly involved and engaged in BS conversation. Things that have nothing to do with elevating to the highest level. If you are in the midst of people that have that are showing those signs, you're in the midst of mediocre mindsets, and you're feeling that angst, that slight disgust, that slight frustration on whether or not you need to cut it off. You're in a place where you're ready to grow. You're ready to elevate, and you cannot elevate around mediocre mindsets. You have to pick. Elevation equals separation. You will have to separate. Now, you don't have to go at it aggressively. You don't have to have any kind of fallout, but you have to make it known where you want to be in life. You don't have to tell your dreams and the minute details, but you must draw your line in the sand on what you will and will not tolerate from those around you. And if those around you don't get on the same page and the same frequency you on, you must bid them adieu. You must leave them where they are, because they have their own mission. Their mission is not like yours. If their mission was like yours, the conversation, the interactions would be on the same level. When you're talking about goals, you're talking about content, you're talking about ideas, and they're talking about shit that don't have anything to do with those ideas, goals, and aspirations, you must leave them where they are. Family or not, as men, strong men, that alpha, which I don't really subscribe to. I like to subscribe more to the Sigma, because I don't want to lead anyone but myself. I want to make leaders. When you want to create those monsters, you want to create, and when I say monster in a good way, you want to create superior beings to where they don't need your leadership. They know how to lead themselves. Imagine a team full of alpha male lions. That's a deadly team. That's a deadly team. A team full of superior men that don't need leadership, just the network and the exchange of ideas, the exchange of resources. They have their lane, you have yours, and it all works in cohesion. If you're in the midst of people and they're not aspiring to reach the highest level of excellence, they're not putting in that grit, that grind, that 60 hours a week. You constantly see them on Facebook, Instagram, engaged in bullshit. You need to leave them where they are. I have a video and a message similar to this one, but this one I truly mean what I say. I meant what I said, but I truly mean, because now you see what the world is evolving into, and you need to be prepared for what's to come, not what is here. You have to prepare for what's to come. That mediocre mindset will have you engaged in nothing but destructive behavior. It won't be conducive to your mission. You must rid yourself of this energy. Yes, people are gonna say, well, he thinks he's better than me. He think he the shit. He think he's this. He think he's that. Yes, I do. Because you know, and I know the type of work that you've put in to where you are now and what work is required to get to your next destination, because you never want to get to one place. You want to get there, set up camp, and then you want to move around and get to the next level, and then the next level, and then the next level. People are rushing, hoping they 20 years go by on a job so they can retire and be nothing. Imagine working 20, 30 years to become a memory. You need to be working 20, 30 years to have a legacy of great works, a legacy of fruitful seeds. A lot of you guys are just now getting into a space, and you're seeing men get into a space where they're just now getting attention from women and they don't know how to take it. Myself and my upbringing is a lot different than I would consider most men to have. I've always had my pick of the litter from girls and women since I was in kindergarten. I always had the prettiest girl in school, or the prettiest girl in class, or one of the prettiest girls in school or in class. Since I was 6 years old, girls have taken a liking to me. So my experience, and this is gone and has happened in that fashion all the way through college and even out of college. A lot of men that you're in their presence, and they're just now getting attention from women at 28, 29, 30. They're just now seeing what it's like to get attention from attractive women, and they don't know how to handle it. So their presence is always in the midst of women because they don't know how to deal with it, because it's a new experience. Women are not going to help you get to the level that you want unless you give them a role in your life, duty in your life, responsibility in your life. If you don't have a place for a woman in your life, meaning when I say place, a role that she's playing, she's wasting your time and you're wasting hers, because you don't have nothing for her, because you don't have anything for yourself. How can you have something for her when you don't have anything for yourself? That's an oxymoron. Get on your grind. Anything that's mediocre, you need to stay away from it, or get as far away from it as quickly as you can, because if you don't, you're going to absorb that energy, and then you're going to find yourself doing mediocre shit. Everything you do is going to be mediocre. You're not going to excel. You're not going to get ahead of the pack, because you're going to bask in mediocrity, because the group that you're in is basking in it. You have to get away from the mediocre mindset. You have to elevate. You have to envision your life on what you want it to be. The pain, you're going to fall flat on your face. In a lot of cases, you're going to fail. It comes with it. That's the entry. 60 hours a week and failure. You have to fail to succeed. These people are scared to fail. That's why they stay at that mediocre level, because failure is not attached to mediocre. Being mediocre in itself is a failure. These people don't want to get past that, because failure is embarrassing. And some people can't take that. Some people not built for it. You got to be built for this. That's why it's only 1%. That's why it's only 1% of men that reach these levels. If you're not willing to fail, you won't have what it takes to succeed and sustain the success that you're looking for. The mediocre mindset will destroy you, and you will grow old and have nothing but resentment. Let's wake up. It's the Date Master.